There is something strangely satisfying about cinematic head explosion. It's the ultimate moment of shock, violent, sudden, and often weirdly beautiful. Over the decades, filmmakers have found countless ways to make heads pop, melt, burst, and implode, from serious horror to over-the-top satire. So today, let's count down the top 10 head explosions in movie history. And since everyone knows the number one spot goes to Scanners, I'll save it for last. David Cronenberg doesn't just do gore, he does evolutionary horror. When Jeff Goldblum's character fully mutates into the Brandon Fly, we witness a grotesque transformation where his human form literally falls apart. It's not exactly a single boom, but as his flesh splits and bursts, you can feel the body rejecting itself, like a head explosion in slow motion. It's a perfect appetizer for what's to come. Only Wes Craven could turn a teenage robot love story into one of the most absurdly brilliant kill scenes of the 80s. Annie Ramsey, the cranky neighbor best known from The Goonies, catches a basketball to the face, and it literally explodes her head. One second she's mid-yell, the next, splatter art on the wallpaper. It's campy, ridiculous, and pretty cool. The 80s were a golden age for exploding heads. In Shopping Mall, teenage mall employees locked themselves inside after hours, only to be hunted by malfunctioning security robots. When one of them fires a laser beam straight through a girl's skull, it's an explosion so over the top it instantly became VHS legend. Low budget, high impact.
You gotta have an opinion. I mean, do you think that God came down from heaven and stopped that?
What the fuck's happening? Oh,
man.
shit, man!
Oh man, I shot Marvin in the face.
That single line turned accidental murder into dark comedy gold. Tarantino gives us one of the most shocking and funniest head explosions ever filmed. No warning, no setup, just instant chaos, followed by awkward silence and panic. Now we don't see much of the actual gore on screen, but what's suggested is more than enough. Proof that even a quick burst of gore can be a perfect punchline. Tom Savini, the special effects genius behind Dawn of the Dead, literally blew his own head off in Maniac. He used a real shotgun loaded with fake rounds, and the result is still one of the most visceral, disturbing explosions in horror. No CGI, no tricks, just latex, squibs, and Savini's twisted artistry. The Ark of the Covenant scene is pure cinematic punishment. When the Nazis open it, their faces melt, eyes bubble, and, in one glorious instant, Major Todd's head explodes in a fiery blast. Spielberg and Ireland went full practical. Wax heads, heat labs, and compressed air. It's biblical justice with blockbuster production value. If Verhoeven proved anything, is that he loves mixing satire with splatter. In Starship Troopers, brains and heads explode in every direction as soldiers battle alien bugs. The violence is so exaggerated, it circles back to absurd comedy, propaganda, parody, and pure pulp. This was an explosive masterpiece.
They sucked his brains out.
Who says head explosions can't be elegant? In Matthew Vaughn's finale, hundreds of people's heads detonate like colorful fireworks, to the tune of Pomp and Circumstance. It's the most stylized mass decapitation ever put on screen, equal parts hilarious and horrifying. This is what happens when British spy movies meet Looney Tune chaos. Before we reach number 1, let's salute a few other exploding moments of glory. Planet Terror. Robert Rodriguez went wild with digital gore and grindhouse glee. Heads pop like water balloons. Big Trouble in Little China. Thunder inflates with rage until he literally explodes.
I don't think he's gonna stop. Come on!
That's commitment. Toxic Avenger. The cult classic that made melty, messy justice a thing. Dawn of the Dead. The shotgun headshot that defines zombie gore forever. And Total Recall. Arnold's Mars nightmare, complete with bulging eyes and bursting skull pressure. Each one earned its place in the Splatter Hall of Fame, but there is still one explosion to rule them all. If cinematic gore had a Mount Rushmore, Scanners would be the entire mountain. When two telepaths face off in deadly psychic duel, one of them unleashes a surge of power so intense that his opponent's head detonates, violently, shockingly, perfectly. No cutaway, no cheap trick, just one continuous shot of the most infamous cranial eruption in movie history. Director David Cronenberg and his effects crew built a dummy head filled with latex, gelatin, and hamburger meat, and they shot it from behind with a real shotgun. The result? A scene so shocking that audiences screamed, critics gasped, and horror history was made. Every head explosion since Scanners has tried and failed to top it. It's not just a visual effect, it's a cinematic moment, pure, visceral, unforgettable. So there you have it. 10 reasons to keep a safe distance from anyone holding a telepathic stare, a laser security bot, or a basketball. From biblical justice to 80s VHS carnage, these moments remind us that when it comes to shock value, sometimes the head really is the most powerful storytelling tool of all. Thanks for watching.